When it comes to downsizing your home, how do you decide what stays and what goes?
Hi, my name is Kevin Gray from Kevin Gray Design, and we do interior design work based in Miami. So this client had a large apartment that she needed really to downsize from. I think when you downsize, you have to really bring new pieces in and rethink what you have. Otherwise, it feels like you've just edited out half of what you own. So what we did actually is we kept the heirlooms and we added the new, so it had a fresh look, but yet she still felt at home because she had some of her heirlooms with her.
We show you how to downsize your home without sacrificing style or the pieces you love on today's SoFlo Home Project. Welcome to SoFlo Home Project. I'm Alena Capra. Today we're touring a beautiful condo and taking on one of the biggest design challenges, where we'll show you how to downsize like a pro. This 5,000 square foot condo has 4 bedrooms, a den, 4 bathrooms, and a powder room. It's proof that downsizing your home doesn't mean downgrading. Creating stylish spaces is all about smart design. Kevin, welcome to SoFlo Home Project. We're so excited to have you here with us today.
It's lovely to be with you.
We love touring your projects, and this particular project is very special because you designed the previous home for the homeowner, and now they went from a larger space, downsized a bit to a different size condo.
Yes.
I feel like, was it around 10,000 square feet? It was a beautiful penthouse in the sky, and now here an equally beautiful condo,
right.
But what about half of the size?
It's half the size.
But double the beauty, right?
But double the beauty, and on the lower floor, see of the view of all the palm trees and the seas.
I love that. Now, as a designer, we can't wait to share your tips with our viewers, because bringing pieces from an existing home into a new space and then giving it a fresh new look, adding new things, new feel, that's what you did here. So what greets us here is this beautiful foyer right off the elevator. And the first thing that caught my eye is that it's neutral, but it's layered so richly from the mirror to the wall coverings. You get these pops of metallic and the juxtaposition of the gorgeous African art and the warm tones in that.
Yeah, well, the African art was her collection, which we repurposed here. And then we mixed it with a sort of an iridescent wallpaper. There's no windows in this room, so it gives a little bit of brilliance to the room. And then I offset that with a Venetian mirror and then some vintage Scarpa light fixtures just to give it that, twang.
I always love the way that you're able to mix the vintage pieces with the modern pieces and then the client's art collection. It's like this perfect curation of styles that kind of contrast but blend so beautifully together.
Right, and then that way she feels at home. She's got something that she had, and then I tweak it and make it a little bit different here.
Yes, and I love the pedestals, that they're just kind of floating. The same thing with the console table. So everything here is kind of very light, as this condo now sets the tone for a very light, bright space.
Exactly, that's exactly what we tried to do. I'm glad you like it.
Yeah, and I love the way everything is layered so beautifully. Now, when you round the corner, the color pops.
There you go.
Let's talk about the powder room. I love the wallpaper color choice.
Yeah, well, Sarah loves color, so we did a shocking hot pink.
And that's a grass cloth.
That's a grass cloth.
We've toured with you and seen your use of beautiful grass cloths and color is something that I think is always a really nice signature piece. I think it balances the bowls color nicely.
Yeah, and it gives a little bit of a pop and a contrast to the rest of the neutral palette.
Yeah, and now art pieces throughout. So like these pieces, a lot of them I recognize from the previous home, but it feels so new and different. What is the secret to kind of bringing in art pieces and specialty things like mirrors from other homes and kind of giving it a new feel?
Well, I think you pick what are most dear to the clients and then at the same time, our job is to edit.
Yes.
So you find out what you can use in the main rooms and what you can use in other rooms. And if you place them and group them differently, it gives you a new look, so that when you downsize, you bring, of course, your heirlooms with you, but you mix the new with the old.
Yes, and I love that you mentioned editing. The editing is so important because that is how you really help your clients and homeowners really get what they want from that design lens.
That's true.
When you're working on this, did you start with looking at a lot of the art pieces before the move and saying which ones are going, and then started placing them first and then filling in with the new decor?
That's almost exactly what we did. We sort of went through the apartment and said this, 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 and each day or each week it was a re-edit.
We don't have that as the same amount of walls, but here you have really nice high ceilings. So
And we
you
have
could do bigger
gorgeous high
pieces
ceilings, yeah.
and display a lot.
Yeah.
Now, when it comes to that, there's probably going to be some good tips you might have for our viewers in regards to, like, when you're coming in to look at the space, you bring in the measurements, you bring in all the photos of the work. What's the best way that you do it?
Well, actually, that's what you have to do. You have to take the measurements, and then you have to sort of plan what you want to do, and you have to have the scope of work. So you find out what you want to put in which rooms, and then you work with the client, and then you sort of place them out in the old house, and you know what you're going to bring to the new house.
So you're seeing the colors, you
Yeah.
can look at all of your swatches and
Right.
things against the art.
And then we brought everything here, and then oftentimes things change around.
Right. So and that's the beauty of it,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, it's the fun.
Kevin, so we just got a peek of the amazing foyer, powder room, but there is so much to see, and I can't wait to tour with you. So let's go.
Love to show you.
All right, stay with us. Coming up, we show you how to create fresh spaces by combining modern design elements with existing furnishings on SoFlo Home Project.
So today we're in Cooper City at one of our homeowners. When we came out to give her initial quote, we found out that she had multiple windows in her home that were cracked. They were losing air. She was losing a lot of her cool air to the outside. They weren't energy efficient, and it was costing her a lot of money. By putting new hurricane impact windows and doors in with low E glass, which is the energy efficient glass, it's saving her up to 50% on her energy bills every single month. We're here with Dorothy today at her home. We're starting the installation process today. And Dorothy, if you don't mind me asking, what made you decide to get your windows and doors done?
Well, they've been needing done for a while. A lot of them are broke. Also living in Florida with the hurricanes.
Yes.
It was time. I mean, I was gonna have to replace the windows anyway because this one's cracked, doesn't open. This one, you can see it won't even go down all the way. The one in the corner is cracked. And so they were gonna need to be replaced. And why replace them with the same stuff? It made sense to do the impact windows.
Dorothy, I noticed that when we got here and we looked at your windows, there's a film on the inside of it. It almost looks like they had put a tent on there.
That's correct. I've been in here 26 years, but
Wow.
the woman that lived here before put tin on all the windows. And as you know, within the sun, they've started peeling off. And yeah, we did peel off the majority of the ones upstairs because they look terrible.
Sure.
I guess because that one gets the sun more.
So Dorothy, I noticed that when we pulled up your address to come out here on this location, I noticed that there were multiple homes in this same community that were done. Is that how you heard about us?
My neighbor across the street and the one next door, both of them used you. So, you know, that was a no-brainer for me because I did have like 10 companies out.
Wow.
And you know, get their estimates, and you guys were really one of the cheapest. Not that that's always the way to go, but you know, and being that I knew they were both happy, so it was a good idea to go with that.
So if you're ready to get your hurricane impact windows and doors done, give us a call. We have amazing incentives for 2026. Give us a call today.
Welcome back to SoFlo Home Project. I'm Alena Capra, and we are continuing our tour of this beautiful condo in Coconut Grove with Kevin Gray of Kevin Gray Design. So Kevin, what is so special as we've been exploring throughout this tour is that this particular condo is for a client you've worked with before.
Yes.
And we actually had the opportunity years ago to tour her existing
Yes,
home
that's right.
that you had also designed. So what's so great about this is the way you incorporated existing pieces that the homeowner wanted in here, but then kind of refashioning it to have a little fresh spin as well.
So what we did is we brought her things that are most dearest to her. One is her guided missile because she worked for the French government when she lived in Paris, and that was a guided missile
I
prototype.
remember this piece from the last tour.
And the opium bed she brought because that reminded her of her travels. So we brought things that were dear to her.
Yes.
And yet we retweaked it with a new dining room, new lighting, extensive lighting throughout the apartment. And that way it exposed the architecture of the building. We left the columns to show everything.
I actually love that you did leave that, and it the ceiling height, everything just kind of plays to that. So all of the additional lighting details you added and stuff, I think just really make this space so special and just highlight the right things.
Right.
And, talking about the way you've set the space up. So you're working with like a very large table to begin with, right?
Yeah, that grounded the living room area.
Okay, so starting with this.
Looking out to the bay, to the marina, to the Coconut Grove Marina.
With the fabulous view.
So there you go.
We all want to be immersed in nature these days, and it's just such a nice way to do that, to kind of bring the outdoors in a little from that view. So now in here again, large sofa. We are in a condo, so I want to point out, two-piece.
2 pieces, to get up one elevator.
Yeah, got to do it, right?
Right.
It still feels very open, but it's a really nice large seating area.
Yeah, it's a large seating area, and then we of course did a pendant flows fixture which sort of grounded that dining room from the living room, and then the kitchen has its stools which sort of defines the kitchen.
Yes.
With these high ceilings, you almost have to have some sort of a pendant to ground it.
Yes, I mean just that height that it gives, but the openness at the same time.
This is all new. So we went shopping. I said, look, Sarah, if you're going to keep your heirlooms and what you love the most, we need to bring it up to date.
Yes.
So we found a wonderful dining room table, chairs which have that dark wood and then the light leather, and then we also did the basket weave leather chairs, stools for the kitchen.
Very nice. Now the dining table is also quite large, so bringing in, and again, we're seeing these nice black accents throughout.
Yes,
I love the way it feels very light, but you grounded it with some like nice dark pops.
Yeah, I tried to use the darks and the lights because the floor also has that dark and light together. And then she has her pop of color with her accents and her paintings and her heirlooms that she brought over.
And we talk about what a curated way to bring a space together. But now I want to talk a little bit about the window treatments because these are cool. You have motorized shades,
right?
Solar shades, but the drapery panels with this sort of like, I love the openness of them, but the texture at the same time.
It softens the blow to all of the glass that's in the apartment. And it accents the columns because Ram Koolhaus designed all the columns in the building to be organic. And there's some that run through the apartment and some that are on the terrace.
They're beautiful.
So, and then I'd always do my signature open weave so that they're really not draperies, they're just accents.
Yes, I love all the Kevin Gray design signatures. They're hard to hear. And there's such a beautiful curation and mix of materials that you put together, and I really love exploring it with you. What would be your advice to anyone thinking about wanting to kind of do a similar thing? Maybe they're moving into a new home, they're taking the key pieces. Do you have any sort of a rule of thumb?
I think the rule of thumb are the pieces that you're most dear to, and if they work, you bring those across. And the things that are a maybe, you might put them in a guest room or something. But start with something new and make the place look fresh, which is what we did here. We tweaked the room to look new.
So feels fresh in a new space, adding the new things together, one beautiful, curated, and collected, designed space.
Thank you.
We've got more to see, though. We are going to check out some of the other spaces in here when we come back.
Wonderful.
Next, defining the function of every room in your smaller home can instantly elevate your style on SoFlo Home Project.
You can watch SoFlo Home Project anytime you want with the new Local 10 Plus Platinum app. Watch SoFlo Home Project on your smart TV or smartphone with 48-hour replay and higher quality video playback. And the best part is, it's completely free. Download the Local 10 Plus Platinum app and start streaming SoFlo Home Project today.
So we often talk about roofs and roof replacements for homeowners here with All American Roofing, but today we're going to talk about commercial buildings. So we're joined by Susan Manning. Susan, the commercial roofing division of All American Roofing is a big part of it, correct?
It is. 50% of our business is from commercial. We do a lot of the shopping centers that are around here. Nova schools we do, many banks and outparcels and properties, condos, all kind of apartment buildings.
You know, when you think about commercial roofs, totally different type of roof. Usually there's different things involved.
You know, there's a lot of mechanical detail that goes into a commercial building. We really have a great staff that takes care of everything.
Because often there's so many things to think about at once when you have to do that whole replacement.
Exactly. So. And then also you have to think about, does the roofing contractor have the staff to work at night? Because there are some projects that require You know, when the businesses are closed, that's when the roofing can get done. And we do have crews that work at night as well. And you know, commercial is not many people can do it. You need a large staff, you need large equipment, and not many of these smaller roofing companies can handle those projects.
When it comes to repairs as well, sometimes they're not replacing the roof. Of course, I'm sure many commercial buildings have leaks, have issues with the roof that need quick fixes. You're able to assist with that as well?
Yeah, so we have actually repair staff as well. We have like 6 or 8 trucks going out every day just doing repairs for these shopping centers.
Susan, so we got so much great information today about how All American Roofing not only does residential but commercial roofs as well. So most importantly, how does someone contact you if they have questions or are looking for an estimate?
They can call us at 954-772-7663 or allamericanroof.com.
Susan, thank you so much.
Thank
Always
you.
great to have you with us.
Thank you so much.
Welcome back to SoFlo Home Project. I'm Alena Capra, and we are continuing our tour here of this beautiful condo in Coconut Grove with Kevin Gray of Kevin Gray Design. So Kevin, I love touring this with you because this is such like we're getting in the designer's brain to see how you really helped bring certain pieces from the homeowner's previous home into her new home and then sort of remix it, add new things, and show how to really do that. And you've done this so beautifully.
Oh,
here.
thank you so much. Well, it was a downsize. So with downsizing, you have to pick and choose what you want. But this room basically stayed intact, except we have a different rug. And we repurposed its original Dongia furniture from the 80s.
Wow, I love that.
And I didn't want to part with it.
No, it's so special. Now, in fact, I remember touring the previous condo, and this was in like a more of an upper level, like almost sunroom kind of lounge
It was the sunroom.
space.
It was the upper deck.
And so that just goes to show you could like kind of take it all, put it in a new space. It feels so different in here. I also really enjoy the way this creates such a nice rounded out seating area. Like you chose to not leave it too open on one side. You have plenty of pathways, but you really put a lot of seating in here.
And I actually designed the ottoman in leather. I floated it with lucite feet, and that sort of can also act as seating. And then I designed the side tables in lucite, either the light lucite at the bottom and the dark on the top.
You use lucite so beautifully, and we've seen it throughout, and it gives that like floating element, and there's just something about it that elevates the design in such a beautiful way.
Oh, thanks. And I think to float a console, then it's less feet in the room and it just sort of disappears.
So between the lucite and kind of that kind of translucent feel and the floating, you kind of get this more open and airy look. You've got art going all the way down this very long gallery hallway, we'll call it. But you've also grounded it with a very subtly textured wall covering.
Right. So the whole apartment has wall covering. The main apartment is just a neutral linen, and it sort of warms the room with the high ceilings and all the glass. And then we made the hallway to the guest rooms and the office sort of a gallery. So we ran the track light, the Flows track lighting, and made that sort of a gallery space because we don't have many walls in this apartment.
So utilizing the hallway, I love the gallery hall.
Yeah, and that way you can make it more interesting with the right lighting.
Now we're going to check out the primary suite, which is very special.
Okay. Can't wait to show you.
All right, let's go. When we come back, stay with us. Coming up, how reimagining your existing decor can create modern, eclectic spaces on SoFlo Home Project. You're watching the one and only Local 10, the local station. Welcome back to SoFlo Home Project. I'm Alena Capra, and we are continuing touring this beautiful condo in Coconut Grove with Kevin Gray of Kevin Gray Design. So Kevin, this is sort of the final stop of our tour, the primary suite.
Well, we were fortunate in this room to have the corner view, which you face over the marina.
Amazing.
And it has a wonderful terrace.
Yes, actually, like it's a true terrace. You have a lot of room. We have a dining table out there. And again, who wouldn't love this view?
Right. So we grounded the room I custom designed the bed, and that's centered here. And then I did the custom built-ins on each side. And then even the bench, which has a little bit of a vintage feel with the silver leaf antiqued. And so that sort of ties the room. It kind of warms it up.
Absolutely. And, you know, in this space, I love that there's like this beautiful, like softer, more muted palette in terms of the tonality and the soft blush.
Yeah. And then we did the wallpaper on the wall, which has just a slight hint of pink in it. And it just warms the room, but yet it doesn't scream at you. So we worked off of a very neutral palette and with signature pillows. And then my repurposing of making furniture in the old feel, because I do the antique silver legs on the bench.
So in this space, the new stuff, the built-ins, was the bed
This
new?
is all new.
This is all new
All
in here.
new.
So
We did all new here.
in most of the space, you're able to utilize some stuff. But when you get to the primary suite, sometimes this is built in to fit and maximize the space.
I tried to do pockets of new mixed with old so that the place feels new and not just repurposed.
Yes, I think that's that perfect blend. And then, of course, the new touches, again, the draperies, things like that. Those are the things that you can't bring from another space because they're so specific for a room.
And we did all the soffit lighting in the drapery pockets.
Very nice. This is all so beautiful, and I've really enjoyed touring through and seeing how the client's former home, you know, incorporated into new spaces, new things added, beautiful new home. This has been such a treat and really
I'm so
fun.
happy.
Well, we always love touring with you, Kevin.
Thank you for sharing. I appreciate it.
So we hope that you got lots of great tips on bringing pieces from your old home to your new home and giving them a beautiful new look and new life in your new space. And with that, we look forward to seeing you again next week for another all-new episode of SoFlo Home Project right here on Local 10. And remember, there's no place like SoFlo Home. If you missed any part of this episode, or if you're looking for more design inspiration, make sure to check out all episodes online at SoFloShows.com. And don't forget to follow us on social media on Facebook and Instagram.
This has been a presentation of WPLG Local 10, the leader in local SoFlo programming.